What's up guys? Few Designs back with another tutorial. As you can hear from the intro music, you can kinda guess what it is we'll be working on, but I can tell you this, it's not the character you expect. Without any further ado, let's jump into it. Okay, now as always, we will be starting off with our rounded cube. I'm a fan of it. I could have just started in sculpt mode and then with the normal rounded cube they use there, but just figured I'd show you over and over. Repetition is the mother of all learning, and we're using fall off to get these sharp edges that we're creating here, and we're gonna keep working through it. And as always, we start off with using the grab brush just to get our general feel for the sculpt, the cranial, shape the head out, decide how we're gonna work with it. It's always good to work out, your general form, the scaling and all of that, so you will know how to work with it from then on. We start out with just our general blocking out. That's all we gotta do, shaping in the nose, the eyes, just positioning them, know where we'll place everything, and just have a good idea of where we're gonna go with it before we start detailing. My favorite part, and I don't know if you guys can guess who this is by now, but I guess you'll see as the tutorial keeps going through. And here we're just shaping in our nasal area. And by the way guys, just let me know if you want me to do a run through, just do everything slowly, show how everything is sculpted. But if this method works, lay in some comments, let me know, give me some feedback, and yeah, I'd like to hear from you. And here we're just shaping in our smileys, our smiley face, just getting the general shape of the mouth, the look. Now One Piece characters are very plain-ish in design. It may seem like it would be easier to sculpt them, but it's not. From my experience, I've had much more of an easier time sculpting more realistic characters and realistic features. Doing stylized characters is a schlep and a half, I promise you that, but they are more fun. I think you will learn a lot more doing them. That being said, it's better to first off learning your anatomy, learn your basics. Start off with trying to do realistic sculptures before you start stylizing. It'll make your life a whole lot easier, I can promise you that, because you'll have a general idea of how to work with proportions and everything, and with the character that's then stylized, you know which rules of anatomy you're breaking. You know what I mean? And here we have our beautiful masking of the character. You can guess what for, just for positioning. We don't want to lose any of the deformation we've had in the nose there. There isn't much detail, to be honest. It's not really that necessary, but I like the proportion of the nose, so I didn't want to have that get messed up or anything else. Always do it with safety in mind. Adding in some detailing for the eyes here, just getting a nice position, understanding how the socket will be shaped and how we'll get our form in, using our clay brushes, adding in some topology as well. Always remember that zero strength clay brush, and just click all over the mesh, just to even out your topology with relative or constant detailing. Constant detailing, by the way, always lifted high, and so generally I like to work with like 200 as a measure. Funny enough, it works very nicely. With relative detailing, you want to reduce the pixel sizes, so you want to work with something between the range of I like 6 and 8 for the basics, and then you go higher as you want to do some really fine detailing on it, but it's not that necessary. Okay, and once again, with these slight artifacts you're getting on the cheek, you can see I kind of smoothed it down, but it has these bumpy edges, and that's because of that whole idea of not having even topology. That's why I use the zero strength clay brush, and then here just using the grab brush to get in a little bit more of my volume instead of the inflate. I just like to play with the brushes. and just position everything. And then we added our eyeball, skipping over a few things because I feel it's not that necessary. You'll see a little bit of the detailing and the general principles later. And as well, you can check in my previous tutorials. I go in depth as to how to create that. And we're masking in our lips a little bit just so we can get a nice lift out of it. There are other methods to go around this whole thing, but I just figured I'd show you this way as well. There are much easier ways to get it done, but there is more than one way to skin a cat, as the saying goes. Wow, cheesy, nice, I like it. And as you can see, the artifacts once again as well in the chin, that stuff will sort out with evening out the topology as well. And we just continue to refine our lips. You can see the general idea. This is a fast I guess time-lapse video. Most of my videos will be going this way. Like I say, if any of you prefer a different style, let me know and I'll see what I can do about it. Hopefully be able to please you as my viewers. And yeah, and here we just added in a little bit more volume to our scalp, our cranial. Coming back to the lips, finishing up to refine. This took me a hell of a long time to do, guys. Excuse anybody that thinks saying the word hell is blasphemy. But yeah, the lips really took me a long time to sculpt. There were easier ways to go about it, but apparently I preferred going the hard way this time around. It was pretty good. It worked out. And yeah, just adding in a slight bit of volume to the lower lip. The angel is in the details, God's in the details. It's not too much, but I just wanted to have a slight bit of volume to it so it doesn't look so flat. Yeah, I don't know, it's not a big difference, but this kind of minutia, the small detailing, it really it completes a character. It makes it more holistic. It'll make it good for you to look at as well. I especially like looking at it like that. And yes, the sculpt looks very weird right now. I promise you, it gets better as the character gets more filled out, if I can put it that way. I know how insane this is. Most of this video, most of this tutorial, you're just watching sculpting of lips, and I think it took me more time to sculpt those lips, as simple as they look, as it took me to do the rest of this entire head and sculpting everything else. But yeah, it is a very simple character, but like I said, stylized characters are a little bit difficult to work with. You're never really sure how to go about them, especially if you're referencing an existing character. So this is a nice little fan art for an anime that my heart holds dear. And then we're just modeling in our eyelashes a little bit, skipping over that into modeling our hair. This is a new method that I started working with. Pretty cool, it works very well. I hope you'll enjoy watching it and just pick up a couple of tips from it. Using the mirror modifier to reflect it, and you only need to do half the work up until you do the minutia, do the little bit of detailing for each side. But yeah, mirror modifier is your best friend. No, my friends, it is not Sabo. Give it a few seconds and you will see the infamous, the hero, the ninja. Although the features in the face already gave it away. Never mind that. This is Mugiwara Luffy. Okay, now what I did there was that I deleted the face from the top of the cylinder and a grid filled it. From what I understand, quads generally keep a better form within Blender or even within sculpting in general. So I tried to keep them as quads and then drag it up to create that form using the fall off. Now you can play with it as you prefer, but yeah, that gave me a nice rounded look. I prefer it that way. And yeah. By the way, I beveled the edge at the bottom. I'm sure you can see from the screencast keys, just to be able to restrain that form. As you saw with the subdivision, it actually makes it very rounded. Okay, and here just switching between the sculpt mode and edit mode just to get a little bit of imperfection in the hat. A nice cool trick, something important I can teach you right now in this lesson is that what makes great artwork is not how perfect you can make it, but it's adding in the little imperfections. They are what makes something perfect. Speaking of which, here's our perfect art. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed making it. And please do click like, share this with your friends, help me with the algorithm. And yeah, let's reach people, let's grow a community and help me learn. Cheers.